Hey, what's up guys? It's me, Juan Pablo from 100% Finance at 100%finance.com. Mr. Cashflow, Mr. Passive Income, the people's mentor. I got what you need to succeed. Thank you guys so much for joining my channel. I greatly appreciate your viewership. The topic of discussion for today is, should you do a cash out refinance or should you do a HELOC, a home equity line of credit? Which one do you do if you have equity in your house? I get that question asked often on all my social media platforms. That's Facebook.com/100%finance. That's Instagram at 100%finance. That's Periscope at 100pf, and many more. Just check our website for more information. Alright, so let's get into it. Cash out refinance versus HELOC. Well, the first question is, what kind of property do you have? Right? Not really kind of property, meaning if it's a 2-unit or 8-unit, but how is it owned? Is it a personal residence? Or is it an investment property? That's what I'm asking. If it's a personal residence in which you reside in a property, assuming you have enough built-in equity in which you can pull the money out, then I recommend you do a HELOC if it's personal, okay? Your personal residence, meaning you live there as an owner-occupant, okay? Now, you could be an owner-occupant if it's a 2-family to 4 units or whatever. That's perfectly fine, but a HELOC fits that criteria. What's the HELOC? A HELOC is a home equity line of credit, which simply put means it's a revolving account. So let's say you had a house in which it's worth $100,000 and you currently have a mortgage for, let's say, $50,000. So in that scenario, you have about $50,000 built-in equity. But let's say you can't tap into all that. Let's say you can only tap into 30% or $30,000 in that built-in equity. So in that case, that $30,000 will be considered a HELOC, in which you'll get a checkbook and you can write checks and so forth, charge it up, pay it down, charge it up, pay it off, and so forth. You can treat it like a revolving account, aka like a credit card. Now I'm not saying it is a credit card, but just like a credit card, you can charge it up, pay it down, charge it up, pay it off, and so forth. So a HELOC would be a great way for you to get started in investment properties, and we also provide coaching and teaching you how to leverage your assets. Okay, everything, because many people ask that. Well, how does the 100% finance model work? Where do I get capital from? We will go over your personal financial statement and show you how to leverage those assets. Okay, so if you have considerable equity in your property, you can use the HELOC to tap into that equity, and you can use it again and again and again because it's a revolving account. But again, this only applies to owner occupants, meaning you must live in a unit. For a single family, two family, 3 family, 4 family, that should work, okay? Now, if you're trying to get equity out of an investment property, that's called a cash out refinance. So I'm going to put investment. Okay? This is a rental property, a property in which you don't reside in, okay? You don't reside, so it's not an owner occupant. It's strictly used for investment purposes as a rental property. So most mortgage lenders will allow you to get money out of that property as long as you use a cash out refinance, which means it's an installment loan. This is a revolving, this is installment. They're different, okay? It's just like a car note. When you get a car, you get a loan, and you pay off that note until the balance is 0, and that's it. You can't charge it up, pay it down, charge it up, pay it off like a revolving account, like a credit card, like this HELOC. Cash out, you just pull the cash out as a loan, okay? Which is great because you can pull that cash out and use it towards another property. That's how a lot of real estate investors like myself use that monopoly scenario, that monopoly strategy in which we pull the existing equity out of a property and use that towards our next one. And again, we have all this information in our coaching program and our ebooks. Just check the link below for more information. Got it? Good. So a cash out is great. It's beneficial just to pull the equity. Now I know many people, they want some sort of HELOC to use for investment properties. I too will love that, but unfortunately it doesn't exist in this market. Not to say that it won't exist in the future, but at the time of this recording, it doesn't. But it's still a great tool to get access to equity and use it towards another property. And that's the name of the game for real estate investing. Leverage. you being able to leverage or pull out equity from one property and use it towards another, so that way you get enough passive income so you can eventually say goodbye to the 9 to 5. Oh, by the way, you like the new shirt? The People's Mentor. Shout out to one of the fans who provided me with this shirt. It's all because of you guys, and I appreciate your viewership and always giving me great comments, and I appreciate your support, especially for supporting the company 100% Finance, and you too for supporting your own financial situation by increasing your learning and getting involved in credit repair, business funding, and so forth, which we provide, by the way. Okay, now let's say, for example, you apply for a Cashout Refinance or a HELOC and you don't qualify. What options do you have? There's 3 options that you have, okay, in order to tap into that equity. Getting tongue-tied, all right? First option, if you don't qualify, start up for credit repair, if it's for credit repair reasons, right? So if you don't have the FICO score, if you have collections, charge-off, bankruptcies, tax liens, all that stuff, missing payments on your student loans, medical bills, we can dispute all those negative stuff for you. So you can get that Holly Berry credit, that pretty credit, looking so fine, so pretty to the banks that all the banks perceive you as an attractive borrower. Apply by checking the link below so that we can consult you, okay? So you can't escape that if it's for FICO reasons. Now, if it's for income reasons, meaning you're making money, but it's just not documented. You might be a wholesaler in which you don't have 1099s, you don't have W-2s, but you are making money. It's just off the books, so to speak. If you are in that situation, that's what a low doc mortgage is for. Low doc meaning low documentation to prove your income is required. Not full docs like you deal with a major lender. But we actually provide low doc mortgages at 100percentfinance.com. Just check the link below, apply so that we can provide you with the consultation that you need. We just have to look at your total picture to see the asset, that you're pulling equity out of. This is only for investment mortgages, by the way, not for personal residences. Unfortunately, if you have an investment mortgage, consider a low doc mortgage if you're looking to refinance. Now, if you're also looking to purchase, even though the topic is about refinancing, getting a cash out refinance or a HELOC, all those are kind of like pulling money out the equity, we can still provide you with a low doc mortgage for purchasing an investment property. Okay, we can provide you with a low doc mortgage for purchasing the asset as well as refinancing, as long as it's an investment property, not personal. You got it? Good. So if you don't qualify, apply for credit repair if it's because you don't have the FICO score. Apply for low doc mortgages only for an investment mortgage. And if you're looking for a refinance for an investment mortgage or a personal investment mortgage, apply for low doc mortgage first. Even if you think, oh, I don't have the low docs, oh, I don't have the docs, oh, I don't have the FICO, still apply, okay, just to get the consultation. And last and certainly not least, consider flipping a property. If you're going to take the equity out and you really need that equity, but you see a bigger deal that has bigger cash flow, then consider selling it. Just flip it. You don't got to show no love to these properties. We invest because of cash flow, because of the numbers. We don't fall in love with the property. We fall in love with the deal. And that's what we teach at 100percentfinance.com. So always consider flipping it. But if you need any advice, any consultation, just check the links below so we can be of service to you. As always, guys, it's to your success. Earn passively, live passionately. Peace.